everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the top 10 Pokemon figures in my collection from Jazwares. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Number 10 is Greninja. I like how he looks, but how he moves and stands is another thing. These keep falling off. The arms are really flimsy. The legs are even worse. You can't even stand this guy up, even without a stand. That is the worst part about this. Action figures should be able to stand without the stand. If not, they are kind of basically worthless. The tongue is super heavy and weird, wraps around the head like a scarf. It's just such a weird thing. Articulation is okay at best, but really this thing not being able to stand on its own is just worthless. Number 9 is Articuno. Yes, there is a stand, and this is a flying Pokemon with wings, like a bird kind of thing, so it fits and it works well, better than Greninja, who needs a stand to actually stand. The tail is huge and kind of unwieldy. It's better just tucked in, and that's kind of sad. Putting it out just creates too much space for me, at least. I do think the talons are kind of weird how they move. It's hard to move one without moving the rest. That kind of is a bad thing, but the wing construction bothers me a lot. How it doesn't really fully flush to the body, that's kind of a bummer. Everything else about it is okay, but really Articuno's not my favorite Pokemon anyways. Number 8 is Moltres. I like the color scheme and how the look is, but it's just way too big for my shelf, and my biggest issue is posability with this stand. On the back, doesn't really look good, as well as this little coat on the back is horrible as well, and the tail gets in the way of everything basically, as does the wings and a lot of stuff, but I gotta say, it is more flush to the body with these wings, so yeah, fix that stand problem, you'll maybe have a better figure. Number 7 is Mewtwo. The articulation is very nice in this figure. It's plentiful and everywhere. The stand isn't really needed for this figure because of the tail, but the tail really holds Mewtwo back from being a better figure. Yes, it's bender wire, which is pretty nice, but we have this big thing on the back of like all the legalese and stuff, as well as these holes, weirdly enough, and yeah, you can swivel it a little bit, but that doesn't really help that much. It really weighs the figure down, makes it back heavy, and it's a nice figure with a bad tail that needs fixing. Segment this thing. It would be amazing. Thank me later. Number 6 is Jigglypuff. Static figure aside, very nicely done. I like how round Jigglypuff is, very cute. The eyes are all round. Tempo was done well for that, as is the tempo for the mouth. It's very nice too, and the ears are very cute as well. It's in one little high pose, kind of like Kirby a little bit. All the legalese at the bottom of the feet at least. It's really well done. It's just kind of, in a way, boring. Yeah, the metallic doesn't really work for me that well, but the look really sells it for standing on the shelf. Behind my hand, who's that Pokemon? Right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. It's Pikachu! Number 5 is the Metallic Pokemon Starter Pack, as I call it. We have 4 figures in here looking really nice, and on the back, we have Charmander, Pikachu, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur looking wonderful. On the bottom, all the legalese you'll ever need. On the top is nothing. We have the Pokemon logo up there, though, with Select for Jazwares. They're all metallic. Let's take a look. Pikachu is last for me in this because of this back here. This is horrible. It should be somewhere else, like the feet. I don't know. The paint is nice, and the pose is really cute. The metallic works out well for the figure, but really, it's just kind of strange to me with that coat on the back. Up next is Squirtle in an attack pose, but where are the glasses? I love those shades. Anyways, Squirtle is a little bit top-heavy in a way. I do think the metallic works really well for this figure. Very cute and nicely done. A little bit overspray over here, kind of a shame, but that sturdiness really needs to be looked at. The legalese stuff is on the bottom of the tail, which is nicer and looks much better for this figure. In second place is Charmander, looking nice. I love the color orange. The flame looks really cool in the metallic as well. There are some seams though on the tail, and all the stuff is on the bottom of the tail at least. It's fine, I guess. There are a few stability issues with this figure, kind of, but it looks nice at least from this perspective. A couple paint issues on the body, but other than that, it's solid and pretty good. And in number 1 for this Pokemon starter pack is Bulbasaur. I love how this figure looks. The asymmetrical little texturings on the figure looks so nice. The bulb is really nicely done too on the top with this sculpting. Very great. And the eyes are really awesome too. The little hint of a mouth. It's wonderful. The nails on the feet are even sculpted nicely, and all the legalese stuff is on the bottom of the figure, compacted and nicely done for that. A really great figure that's very cute, has some great standability, and is just wonderful. Go Bulbasaur, go. Here are the metallic Jazwares figures next to the smaller non-metallic Figma figures. And while I think the Figma figures work really well with Red, the Jazwares figures don't work as well with him, but they work great on the battlefield. With Pikachu standing at about 2.5 inches tall at the top of the head and 3 inches tall at the top of the ear, and Squirtle standing at about, I would say, 2 3/4 inches tall or so. Same with these ones on scaling. The smaller ones are better for Pokemon Trainer Red, and the taller ones are better for the Smash collection. With Charmander being at about just under 3 inches tall, and Bulbasaur being at about 2 inches tall to 2.5 inches tall or so. They look cute together. And here are all 4 of them next to Figma Red himself, looking very nice but a little bit tall. I gotta say though, it kinda works. Number 4 is Lucario, a nice looking figure with some really good articulation that can actually stand on his own. I love how this figure looks. They even kind of offset this for the tail, making it a little bit better than usual. Better than Moltres at least. The spikes are nicely done. The eyes are really great. Everything about this figure is pretty spot on. The little toe beans and no finger beans. It's a shame, but really well done for a figure. Awesome. Behind my hand, who's that? Naomi. Right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. It's Nicky. Number 3 is Zapdos, looking awesome. I really love how the wings are integrated into the body of the figure. So nicely done. The talons are really cool as well and look really great. I love how the stand is integrated as well into the bottom of the tail. Really awesome. And I love the paint over here too. It's kind of jagged overlapping and the wings flap really nicely. All in all, a wonderful flying figure and just excellent. Number 2 is Charizard, looking awesome here. The wings are especially nicely constructed. The head is really nicely done too, with the opening and closing jaw. That's great. The body is nice as well, looking really cool with that port for the stand too. And the arms are nice. I don't like the elbows, are kind of weird, but I gotta say the legs are great too, with those talons on the bottom. Also, we have little giant beans on the feet. On the back, the tail is really nice too, with the segmented portion. Why couldn't they do it with Mewtwo? That would be much better. And the flame is amazing. All in all, one of the best figures in the line, but not the best. Number 1 is Rayquaza. The best, for me at least, out of the Jazwares Pokemon line. So wonderful, beautiful, multiple points of articulation, multiple ways to pose this figure, and multiple ways to have fun with this. The stand really, I think, makes the figure so well. The head is great, the arms are just awesome, the body segments are beautiful. That simple, clear design is so nice. Rayquaza, number 1 for me. Just excellent and pure fun. Overall, gotta catch 'em all. Jazwares has been doing a great job with their Pokemon line, and it really shows here. All the figures look accurate to their source material. Unfortunately, the articulation to make them action figures lacks in some places. But when they nail it, they really nail it, as evidenced by my top 3. And even so, the static figures look awesome and are really nice to have on the shelf. And whether you like to pose your figures or have them be static, Jazwares has options for everyone. And I'm glad to at least caught these for my collection. If you're a fan of Jazwares, Nintendo, or Pokemon, you will love these figures. They're pretty awesome. But if not, then I would recommend my top 5 as well as Figma Red. They're all great. But make no mistake, if you don't like my ranking, then you're seeing red. So which Pokemon here is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.